Hey, you guys, it's Life of Nikki Lee podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well and living your fullest every day. So, I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. I know I did. I hope that you all had great times with your loved ones, that you ate some delicious food, and that you kicked back and chilled. Okay. Speaking of which, let me show you what I made. Okay. Look at what I made. This is what I made, y'all. You know how everybody does. They show the Thanksgiving place. They show what they cooked and everything. Not too much razzle dazzle, but just, some of my favorites for the holidays. And me and my family, we really did enjoy it. And I hope yours did as well. So, you guys, let's just get into all the things because there's been a lot happening. This is what I got to say. Now, people, I thought we were on one accord now. I thought that we were all in agreement about boycotting, right? I thought we were all in agreement that we weren't going to, do all the Black Friday sales and shopping and such. So, to my horror, you can only imagine how I felt when I turned on the TV and I'm seeing all y'all, my people, black and brown especially, y'all done went to Target, baby. Y'all done went to all the Black Friday sales. Not only did y'all go to the Black Friday sales, they said Black Friday sales were like record-breaking numbers this year. So what was up with that? Because I thought we were in agreement that we weren't going to do all that. And then y'all messed around and let Target dupe y'all. What was that? What they give the customers swag bags that didn't hardly have anything in them. And you know what? That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. Because guess what? You got to stay on code, people. Okay, you got to stick with the plan if you want to make some stuff happen. And I don't know. I guess the holiday season just done got up under y'all and you thought you were going to go in these stores and do your big one. And some of y'all got disappointed, but hey, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. But y'all, whatever, y'all. The only time things are going to change is when you stick to something and you stand on it. So let me just give y'all that reminder. Okay. So next, let's talk about this situation with Burna Boy, the Nigerian artist who kicked one of his fans out of his concerts and how people are boycotting his ass for real now. Now that is one thing I see people sticking to, and I'm like, hey, good. Now, Burna Boy was, doing a concert and he saw a young lady sleeping. And he stops, him being his true dramatic, arrogant self. He stops the whole concert talking about he's up there sick and performing and he doesn't want to see anybody sleeping in his audience and this, and that. He kicked the girl out. I mean, talking about he wasn't going to do another song until the girl was removed. First of all, sucker. I wish you would try to kick me out of a place where I paid my money to get into. You know what? I hope she sues him. He needs to at least give her money back because that's just crazy. And if you want to know the backstory about this young lady, she was actually suffering a grievance. Like she had lost, I think, the father of her child or something like that. She was, mourning and God knows. And this is why I say you don't need to just come at people any kind of way because you don't know what people are going through. And for him to treat her the way he treated her, and then when they came at him and they told him about the young lady, he still doubled down. He still doubled down. He was unapologetic, and he's getting canceled as we speak. And need I remind y'all, I don't even know what the hell y'all were doing at Burna Boy's concerts, because this is the same prick that sat up there and said that Black Americans have no culture. I don't know where the hell y'all get that from. If you are saying that Black Americans have no culture, you clearly don't know shit about Black American history. And if you're not from this country, you don't have no business speaking on Black Americans. You don't even go here. Isn't that what they say? You don't even go here. But that's the truth. You're not from here. You don't know the history. You don't know the land. You don't know the people. And then all of a sudden, y'all come up over here after Black Americans have fought their way to fight for rights that helps other people. And you come over here and you're disrespectful. So it should come as no surprise when you all show that type of disrespect and you get canceled, boycotted, whatever the case may be. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. FBA, Foundational Black Americans, for those who don't know the term, we standing on business, 10 strong, all the way. We're not tolerating this nonsense. And just like that situation that happened in Birmingham, Alabama, where that African braiding shop, those young ladies, they assaulted that young lady, their dumbasses are sitting in jail right now. They're sitting in jail on that kidnapping charge, which is a felony, by the way. And they're not given a bond for that because they're considered a flight risk, being that they're not from this country. I'm going to need y'all to know something. Y'all, and I'm talking to Black Americans too, do not let these people play in your face. Do not spend your money with people who disrespect you. It is not okay. We are not going for that. We love on and we accept the people who love and accept us. And that's how it needs to be. And for people talking about, oh, we must not be divided. Well, the political climate of this country and everything that's happening right now, y'all can't blame Black folks for this. We try to embrace everybody, but unfortunately that is not reciprocated. And here we are right now going through all this because people wanted to be racist and people wanted to be divided and people felt like, oh, well, she can't lead this country. We're not going to let one of them back in office. This is what you get. This is what you get for being willfully and woefully ignorant. And people who come to this country and you decide to be disrespectful here, you too will suffer the consequences of your actions. Like, it's up for everybody. I'm telling you guys, 2025 got hands and she's swinging on everybody. So everybody needs to take it easy. Everybody needs to tread lightly. People all over the world, not just in America, people all over the world are going through things. So, yeah, there's that. What else did I want to talk about tonight? So, I also want to take this time to talk about these two Black mothers who were turned away at the hospital when they were in active labor. There was one young lady, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the video. She was sitting there like screaming in pain, and the lady checking her in, the nurse that was checking her in, was just so detached and desensitized and just did not give a damn. And then you had the other young lady. She had came to the hospital and she was in labor for, I think, about 6 hours. And they sent her home saying that she wasn't dilated. And that was a lie. That young lady was not only dilated, but when she got back in the vehicle, with her husband. She ended up giving birth like 8 minutes after she left the hospital. So, just to give you guys an update about that particular situation, after this young lady gave birth in the vehicle, her husband had to deliver their baby in the vehicle. Of course, they went and got a lawyer. I'm hoping she's still going to sue because she should. Since that time, a doctor and a nurse who saw her as a patient during that time, they've been fired from the hospital. Like, they've been actually terminated from that hospital. And as they should, and to be honest with you, they should have their licenses revoked, because this young lady, she actually ended up having to go back to the hospital for complications after she had, given birth. And then the other young lady who was dealing with the nurse, who could have cared less if she was in active labor or not, her son was born 12 minutes after being, shuffled through this waiting room like these people didn't even care. And the stress of that labor, was so hard on that baby that he defecated while he was still inside his mother. And they said that he was born with his eyes open. That's not good, you guys. But they said he's doing okay. He's doing well. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they fired the nurse who checked her in. But they are definitely, I'm pretty sure they're definitely taking legal actions against that hospital, because, there's just too much happening in the world right now. It's dangerous. It is dangerous to, I'm not going to say it's dangerous to be pregnant, but you're in a very compromising situation when you have to rely on these hospitals. And that's just the truth. And I can share my story with you, but I'm going to, share that another day, because, what I went through with my son, delivering my son, that was a lot. I had to, I was in labor that whole day. They still ended up having to give me a C-section. And then fresh out of recovery, fresh out of a C-section, they didn't even have anyone to help me get in my bed when they brought me to the floor in my room. I had just been cut, and yet I had to pull myself onto a hospital bed. And that was just crazy to me. And see, I think a lot of people just don't understand, like, pregnant women already are at so many health risks, because let's be honest, anything can go wrong when you're carrying a child. Anything. It's honestly by the grace of God that we are able to deliver a healthy baby and walk away and still be able to function. So many things can happen while you're pregnant, and I hate that the world is seeing, like, how these nurses are, how these doctors are. I don't know what the hell is going on, but they are letting some of the wrong people in the medical field. There are lots of idiots in the medical field, and I hate to say it like that, but it just seems like there's no good bedside manner. There's no compassion. There's no care. And that's my opinion. And I'm standing on it. But y'all need some kind of compassion training. You really do, because some of the stuff that I've seen, I'm just like, wow, it sucks to be at the mercy of people. It really freaking does. But I hope, prayers and wishes to any expecting mother. I hope that you deliver happy, healthy babies. I hope that you are well. I hope that you're feeling good. And I hope that you all make full recoveries, and that you can have a good transition into motherhood, because every woman needs to feel happy, embraced, and she needs to feel that sense of comfort and security and joy, especially when she's bringing another life into the world. That is very important. That is one of the most important things. So, you guys, tell me what you think. What do you think about the whole thing with the Black Friday? What do you think about Burna Boy being canceled? Do you think, by the way, let me just point this out. His shows have not been selling and he has canceled several concerts. So y'all keep standing on business out there because we got to let these people know, baby, if you don't want to give respect, we're going to hit you where it hurts, okay? Let me know what you think about Burna Boy's old big, long Klingon head ass. Let me know what you think about him. And yes, I'm throwing shots because I don't like how arrogant he is, okay? You know, I can appreciate a good artist that is true and great with their music and everything. And I do appreciate a good artist who goes to the limit and performs and does well. But I don't like people like tied up in their egos. Like if you get to the point where you feel like people have to just fall on their face and worship you, that's just nonsense to me. And I think with Burna Boy, I think he's so used to treating people like crap in his own country that he thinks the same shit is going to fly over here. No, sir. This is America. We'll run your ass up out of here. Straight up. Anyway. Let me know what y'all think about that, though. Let me know what you all think about what happened with the young ladies in the hospital. I think that is so absolutely heartbreaking and terrifying. And do you know anybody who may have experienced the same in the hospital, you know, giving birth to a child? You guys, we will be back with another podcast next week. You guys know how it goes. Leave your comments down below. This is Nikki Lee signing out, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.